we're back.
We're back, guys.
But, y'all, we're getting close to the end of our season.
We are. What episode is this?
Episode
9.
Yep. That's insane.
So it is. I'm very glad that we've been able to keep up with this with our busy schedule. So
Yes.
making it fun. It has been fun, for sure.
You know, just a little bit of human Jenga in terms of our schedules, but I think we committed to figuring out the best ways to work all of our jobs and have a social life and come talk to y'all, which is also super fun. So
just a few more episodes until season 1 is over and we take a break.
It's funny too. Everywhere I go, people are like, "You're always so busy. How did you add a podcast in the midst of your busy schedule?" I'm like, honestly, I really don't know. I don't know. But I guess our time that we would like kick it or just hang out is now our podcast time, maybe.
Yes, for sure.
It doesn't feel that much different.
But then also, I think you make time for what you want to make time for.
Amen.
We could always be busy. I'd love sitting on my couch. So, you know, I feel like when you look at your week, you look at your month, there are ways to fit in what you want to do.
Agreed.
I agree with that too. Even though it kind of is exhausting in the summertime, trying to fit everything in. Like I got back the other day from Memphis. Oh yeah, yes. I was in Memphis. Got back that night and it was kind of early, and I never get on the road that early coming back from choreography because I usually go do things after. But this time got back on the road and I was like, oh, I'm going to be in town about like dinner time, which 8 o'clock is my dinner time. And so I hit Jasmine up and was like, hey, you want to go get a bag? And she happened to be with Nikki and I said, bring her too. So it was just perfect that we were able to meet up because I haven't seen Jasmine, not really at all for a while. So, and that's just something we are used to. So we got dinner real quick and we all vented about work stuff and coaching stuff and
stuffed our faces
with crab legs and shrimp.
Did you use gloves?
Never.
No, absolutely not.
That's why I got one meal.
Nikki was sitting over there with gloves, and we were over there.
Yeah.
with no gloves.
Just face down, ass up, in them bags.
It went right to sleep.
Man.
Oh, gosh. I slept so good.
That is what we talked about. We're like, when we get home, we're about to be KO'd.
That's all I can do at this point. Like, when I eat, probably about 10 minutes later, it's nap time. Like, I know the rest of the day is over.
Yeah, that itis hits and it's over.
We're way overdue for a Bar Louie day. We used to go to Bar Louie all the time.
Went to Bar Louie in a while.
Before life hit us. So we got to get back to Bar Louie soon.
I feel like there's just tons of lemon drops that could be consumed and appetizers. Yes. And there's always a great waitress that we get when we're there.
Yeah.
So you'll need to schedule that before summer's up.
We do. I'm free after the 4th of July.
Ooh.
So, kind of free. I'll be home.
Yeah, I'm always free.
So, what are we talking about today, girlies?
Ooh. Jasmine, you want to drop our topic for today?
Okay, so we are all very well traveled.
Yes.
And I'm sure our listeners, if you're not well traveled, you have traveled at some point in your life. So I think it would be great to talk about today about our travel experiences, our good ones, our bad ones, our chaotic ones, just anything travel related that you feel like somebody can relate to, or even if they can't relate to it, you need to get it off your chest. I personally, I haven't really had any traumatic experiences. People with me have had traumatic experiences or things to happen. But as far as me, every time I travel, a time is had. And
of course, Bubbles had no.
Everything's fine.
I just don't know how that's even possible.
I can't.
And if I have had something, I don't remember it. Like, it wasn't that. And maybe when y'all start talking about y'all, I'll be like, oh my gosh. But like off the top of my head, nothing crazy has happened in my travel experience.
Must be nice.
Listen, first of all, American Airlines, count your days. Because they be coming from, I cannot travel. Every time I travel with American Airlines, there is an issue with something. I'm always having an issue with American Airlines. So that is I'd rather fly Spirit.
Ooh.
At this point, baby.
Ooh.
Listen.
That's bold.
Hey, Spirit, what's up? Because American Airlines, we have me messed up throughout the summer.
What
Southwest,
happens?
that's my girl. Just delayed flights, random canceled, connecting flights. So I'm like, I'm not even like, I'm in the connection part because every time I fly American, there's usually a connection on my end because we're a Southwest hub in Nashville. So I just never have I don't remember one good experience flying on American. Even out of the country, I was delayed.
So what was your worst experience with American?
I think the one time where I got stopped or got delayed, and then I finally got on our connection, and then the flight after that got canceled. So I ended up having to drive like almost 6 hours to my next destination because I had choreography the next day. So it's like, and I was exhausted, couldn't check into the hotel because I got there late, had to sleep in the car. Like it was, yes, I was in Washington. And then the coaches weren't very empathetic to what I went through and just expected me just to be on. And I was like a zombie all day. The team did well, but I was just like, I literally slept in the car. In the hotel.
I can't even imagine sleeping
I
in the
would
car.
cry.
Yeah,
I can't imagine.
Yeah, that was my worst. Yeah, worst experience.
After being at the airport all day, changing from plane to plane,
and then it's like, now I have to drive.
And a storm, of course. Driving 6 hours, you're gonna hit a storm at some point. So.
And then sleeping in the car.
Did you have to go through like tolls and everything?
100%.
Oh, even worse. I can't stand tolls.
Yeah. And then one time with American 2, got canceled, got delayed. One of those things. Had to get a rental car and drive. I drove through border control, and that was the scariest experience of my entire life. I was by myself. There's just all these rifles, these men, and I'm in the car by myself. And I never told my mom about it because she would have had it come apart. But the scariest I was in New Mexico, I think, or it was Albuquerque area. So, thank you, American, for my trauma.
Well, I don't enjoy flying. I would much rather be a road tripper. My family, we are originally North Carolina, and my parents moved us to Minnesota, and then from Minnesota to here. So like being in a car and like having all the snacks and stuff are just always my jam. There's gas stations everywhere, but you cannot drive everywhere. And so I'll go from like the not as bad to like the worst flying experience. So my husband and I and our family went to New Jersey to celebrate my cousin for his birthday. And we found out on the way that his plan was to propose to his girlfriend, now wife. And so we're like, cool, fun time, all that good stuff. So my husband and I love to like pack together. So we had our suitcase with all our stuff in it, and then our checked bag, and then we had a duffel bag with all of our shoes in it. And on our way back, we had the time of our life, so we got on the plane and were exhausted, like fell asleep. We put our duffel bag with all of our shoes in the overhead bin. This plane was super packed, so we probably put it in the overhead bin 2 or 3 seats in front of us, like flatline out. So we land, and everyone's getting off the plane. We see everyone getting off. We go to our overhead bin. Our bag is gone. It's like just flat out gone. So we're like, hold on. We were so exhausted. We had so much fun the night before that for a second we were like, did we put the bag like on the plane? Like, did we bring it? Like, hold on. So we're checking the whole freaking plane. We make it back here to Nashville. And so then we're like, all right, let's go to baggage claim, like lost and found, nothing. There were brand new pairs of shoes in there that we'd only worn once. Like, it was just like tragic. Like probably over like $600-700 worth of shoes in this bag.
Oh my gosh.
And they were like, well, there's nothing we can do about it. Like, we are not responsible for any bags that you carry onto the plane. We're only responsible for checked bags.
Oh my god.
And we were like, but we put it on your plane. Yeah. And they were like, no. So we were like, what? So literally for like 2 weeks straight, they're like, you can keep calling up here and see if somebody brings it. I called for like 2 weeks straight, just praying our shoes in our bag was there and someone accidentally picked it up. No, shoes gone. Gone.
Dang.
And y'all never recouped anything?
Nothing. No money, no shoes.
Wow.
There were pairs of shoes in there that like were like my favorite that I couldn't repurchase ever again. And so it was just like, wow.
That
like,
sucks, yeah.
So
that they really say walk by faith. It sucks.
Yeah, so we wore most of the shoes like once and like that was it.
That sucks. $700 worth of shoes, I would have had a meltdown.
Oh, I was sliding down the wall.
Someone probably saw us like, oh, they're asleep, and like went on the plane with the expectation to steal.
And they probably said they was probably really happy because they didn't bring them back because they were their size.
Yeah.
And they said, I got
men and women's shoes.
Oh my gosh.
Dang.
Yeah,
that's awful.
That makes me so scared. I put stuff in the overhand bit.
Me too. I don't think twice about it.
Now you should, because there are people out here that are just
Was it like a hard bag? Like
it was like literally like
soft?
a black duffel bag. Like it didn't like it wasn't name brand. It didn't like there was. I mean, this person was taking a chance of like Russian roulette. Like, let's see what happens if we just take a random bag. But it was nothing special about it. Just like a random duffel bag full of shoes.
Dang.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'd have been so toe up. I'm such a shoe girl or sneaker girl. So
never again. But now let's talk about check bags because
no.
my worst travel experience ever. I also to Jasmine's.
Oh, she was there.
She was there. I don't ever really have travel issues. Like, I'm the type of person that plans like a huge like time frame between my connection flights. I don't ever want my bags to not make it on. Like, I am like very superstitious. So, for my birthday this year, Jasmine and I went to Cancun, and we traveled down the day before my birthday. Had all my birthday fits and stuff in there. Great, had a fantastic time. I don't think any of our flights had really any issues getting to Cancun. So we're in the airport in Cancun and we're just excited to get to the resort and just, it's just triggering. And,
Are you getting triggered?
I'm getting triggered. I'm thinking about just how rapidly we went from excited to
we depleted.
It's okay. You got it.
So I'm like, yay. So we get to the airport and first of all, there's 1,000,001 people wait on their bags.
Yes.
And so Jasmine bags, first of all, I don't know how Jasmine packed 4 days in the cutest little suitcase.
Bubbles.
Bubbles packed compact. I was like, she packed compact.
I packed that morning, first of all.
It's this big. Her whole life.
That is so funny.
Outfit, shoes, makeup,
that is so
in a little
funny.
bag. Mind you, I got the biggest suitcase known to man.
Right.
It was your birthday though. You had 40 outfits.
Yeah.
You had an option of an option of an option.
Yes.
Yeah. So Jasmine's cute bag comes out, and I'm like, okay, mine's not too far because we checked our bags at the same time, say goodbye to our bags at the same time. Time goes by,
literally 40 minutes, and we're like,
no bag.
40 minutes. Oh, no.
Because it already took a while for them to get to our flight. So we were down there, but it was 2 flights in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Whose bags had to come
the Cancun airport is psychotic.
Yeah, but shockingly, it was not psychotic when we got there. I think our flight, flight got there a little early, and when we were booking flights, I mean, they were coming in every 30 minutes. It was crazy. So Jasmine's finally okay, let's go to the counter and see what's going on. And this lady literally tells me that my bag is still in Texas, where we had our connection. I think in Dallas or something.
Did you have to pick it up and recheck it in Texas or something?
No.
Oh.
It was still in Texas.
Yikes.
So I'm like, all right. So when is it gonna get to me? And they're 7 p.m. tonight. It's 1:30.
I don't even think it was 1:30.
You think it was earlier?
Yeah.
And I'm just now my brain is starting to math the math, and I'm like, okay, my eyes starting to twitch. Just
and I don't know who we flew with, but
United,
it tracks your bag. Yeah. So she tracked it. She was like, "There's no way my bag is still in." I was like, "No, it's not still in Texas. Let's just go to the counter and ask."
You had no service.
I don't need your optimism right now. My bag's in Texas.
But I'm staying calm externally, but inside I'm panicking. She's like, yeah, it'll get here by 7. Then she says, but then it'll take another 3 hours
to get to
the resort.
Yeah.
Which was only 20 minutes away.
Not even.
So that means that y'all must have had a bunch of bags y'all had to deliver.
Okay, and she had to wait till the rest of the bags.
Listen, that sounds like a United problem.
Yeah. So I'm the next flight doesn't leave until 4. And I'm okay. And so they're yep, we don't have anything to tell you. So literally we go out to our car, our ride share or whatever, and I'm in a bad mood. And
I'm we need a drink.
Yeah. And they're hey, and I'm literally, I could have just put a sign on my forehead that said my bag is lost, don't ever.
And so am I.
So anyway, this I was done. So we get to the resort, it's beautiful, but still in my mind I'm just okay, what are we gonna do until 10 p.m. basically. So Jazz and I make the most of it. We get some drinks or whatever, check in, do the tour, take a nap.
But then our room was wrong.
Oh, then our room was wrong. And they were like, oh no, like you need to be in like one room with the king size bed. I'm like, no, we're supposed to be in a double. So then they're like, okay, like we'll get it ready by tomorrow, whatever. So I'm like, at this point, make it work. What's the F ever? So we take a nap on the beach, and then at this point,
that is Jasmine coded all day long
in our travel clothes.
In our travel
that we've been in all day. Yeah. So then we get to our room.
Wait, pause. Did you not change because she couldn't change?
Correct.
That's sweet.
She took one for the team.
That's really kind. That's really kind.
I think we actually might have changed, and I had some shorts or something.
Yes. Because I had on like leggings. Like I was not in Cancun.
Yeah, because you're in the airport. It's cold. So we got there. You know, you're immediately hot. Yeah, you're in the airport.
She's
dang. Well, you're a good one for that.
Yeah, she was like so kind. I mean, she was very optimistic. Like that's where the everything's fine. Just kept everything's fine was just the phrase the whole freaking week.
Trip.
And in my mind, I'm like, okay, it's fine. My birthday's the next day. Like, this is just going to be travel day, woes, whatever. So, finally, I'm like, Jasmine, I just want to go shower and just get out of these clothes. Like, put on the little robe. I'm like, hopefully, by the time we shower, like 7 p.m., like, it'll be cool. I track my bag again. It did make it to Cancun. So, I'm like, all right, now I just got to wait the 3 effing hours for it to get here. So, I think we ended up falling asleep again. I wake up at like 10:30. And optimistic me opens our hotel room door, hoping my baggage is out there because I'm thinking they don't want to wake us up. They don't want to be rude. Open the door, nothing.
Then she spirals.
Then I spiral. So then I call the front desk and they're like, sorry, man, no one's brought anything. And I'm like, what do you mean? I call United and no one from the customer service is answering.
Yeah,
and
nobody.
Then,
they were an awful job.
Just nothing. So I like go down to the lobby because at this point, I don't know. I feel like if I'm physically in the lobby, like God will open up some window and my bag will drop out. So I'm talking to this lady on customer service and she's like, I had to file a claim at the airport to like track everything. And she's like, I don't see your claim number in the system. So now I'm like,
now there's no bag at all.
What do you mean there's no claim number? I don't, like, I'm tracking it. Then it said my bag was delivered. And I was like, it wasn't delivered. I think they were tracking Jasmine's bag. Yeah. So now I'm just like, what are we supposed to do?
Jasmine's an invisible bag.
I just left Jasmine out, but Jasmine's up in the hotel.
I'm just like, I don't know where she went. I think she's looking for her bag. I'm trying to give her space. Like,
I call my husband. He's knocked out to the high heavens. He's not answering. So I call my mom, put her on 3-way. And I'm just like, I don't know where my bag is. And my birthday's tomorrow. And where is it? And what am I supposed to do? Then out of nowhere, the lady's like, I understand. Like, the company that delivers the bags, like, they're closed. They closed 30 minutes ago. So I'm like, so what am I supposed to do? Go to the airport? Like, what's happening? So anyway, I have like my emotional breakdown, like in the lobby. All these people have got their margaritas looking at me like, oh, this poor little girl in the corner. Like, what's wrong with her? And this random man walks in just off the street with my bag. It's zip tied together. He had this random piece of paper from United that he had me sign. Like, he was walking like he was just going to just drop it off to somebody random. I was like, hey, sir, this is my bag. I signed for it.
So you were out, you just happened to see it while you were standing there. Wow.
I just happened
to have a bag cover and it was off of it, right?
The bag cover was like all lopsided, like all the things. So I keep the lady on the phone. She ends up putting me off hold. I was like, hey, like this random man just walked in my bag. Like, I need to go through it because now I'm very concerned. Like, I haven't seen my bag in over like 8 hours. Mm-hmm. So what happens if something's gone? Like, just out of curiosity. She's like, if something's gone, I'll send you the link. You can file a claim. I was like, cool. I go upstairs.
Send the link.
I go upstairs because I was like, I can't do this here. So I tell Jasmine my bag's here. I open it up.
Pause. Did it feel weird to have your bag back at that point since you haven't seen it for 8 hours and don't know what it's been through?
Yeah.
Okay. It was zip tied. Yeah, okay. That's how it felt. I just was wondering, like, what you were feeling. Like, I would have been nervous to even open it.
Yeah, I'm like, why is this zip tied? Which is why I was like, I need a representative on the phone to tell me what happens before I hang up if something's missing. Because who the heck knows where it's been?
And then we opened the bag.
I opened the bag.
Oh, Lord. This doesn't sound good.
I have packing cubes, trying to be organized. Everything looks in order. I unzip it. Everything's still folded the same way that I folded it. I'm okay. Everything's here. And then it dawns on me that my brand new Coach purse that I had purchased that was conveniently placed on top of the packing cube so it wouldn't get smushed was gone.
I don't even know what to say because
it still has a tag on the inside. Gone. These little crumb snatchers.
Listen, she was like, everything's here. I'm like, okay, great. Like, we have everything. Everything's fine. She's like, wait, my coach bag. I'm like, oh, hell. Like, I'm just like,
so optimistic me. Blows my husband up again. I'm like, maybe.
She left it at home.
Maybe I left it at home. Like, I'm the type of person, I don't lose things. Like, I don't misplace things. Like, I could pretty much tell you for certain, like, where something is if I don't have it. And if I don't have it, then I legitimately did lose it. But that's rare. So my husband calls the next morning. I run him through it, all the tragedy that happened the night before. Because he was, dreaming, counting sheep. He looks in our house. Purse is nowhere to be found. So I'm like, yeah, they stole it. And so, long story short, we had to file a claim. They ended up paying me back for it, luckily. But United is on my, like, do not fly list. Like, never, ever again. Too much to be going through to be having to hunt down your bag and zip tying and stealing stuff and never.
Then we get to day 2 of our trip and they told us we were going to switch rooms. And we didn't.
No.
They didn't switch our rooms till what?
The night before our last day. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we were supposed to have an ocean.
A totally different experience than we had. Like, completely
we were supposed
different.
to have ocean view, all the things. We didn't have that until the night before our last night. Mm-hmm. And when we moved, because when we got in the room, Amy was like, yeah, this is ocean view. I'm like, I don't think this is
there was a body of water, but it wasn't the ocean.
And I was like, this is not.
This
and
don't look like the brochure.
When we switched room, Amy was like, I was like, Amy, this is an ocean view. She was like, you're right. Like, I was like, this is not an ocean view. And then, so we got switched to our room. I guess this was a little bit traumatic for me too. We got switched to our room, and then we go to leave. You want to know what happened to us
my God.
on our exit?
Oh, gosh.
So they call up to our room and was like, hey, your car for the airport is here. And I think we had other people on there. So we were like, okay, we're about to head downstairs. They called us. So, and I told them, we're headed downstairs. We go downstairs. We have to go check out. We get done checking out and we go outside to go to the shuttle. They're like, oh, they left y'all.
Flat out
left us.
Yeah. So y'all can stay in Cancun. See you later.
And so we said, well, this was something we paid for in advance. Like, so y'all gonna refund us? Oh, there's no refund. So we literally are on the phone with somebody for over an hour trying to get a refund. They did not refund us. So then they were like, you can take the taxi.
Oh, God.
The worst taxi ride I have ever.
Oh, they drive crazy.
I
can only imagine.
I literally. We may have to. I'm gonna see if I can find. We have to see if we can find it to insert it.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking Fast and Furious in my head for some reason. Okay.
There was us, and there was a truck. There were a lot of trucks.
Your hands was real close.
But there were us, and he would just like zoom over and then zoom out, and then like he would get this close, like driving by.
Like, I bet he was laughing.
And he was clapping. He was having music on, started clapping and singing. I'm like, are you gonna put your hands on the wheel? Then he charged us twice.
Oh yeah, disputed that to go money back. He had this like really cool owl ring, and I feel like he double charged it because he gave it to me as a gift. But I always use like my actual credit card for travel because I don't have time to be dealing with people.
Yeah,
like my actual money. So but yeah, he charged me twice for that taxi ride.
Yeah, taxi ride. Listen,
but the flight home was great.
The flight there was like so fun.
At that point, you're just like, get me to the crib. I mean,
but because we had to wait so long to find a backup ride on our departure, what was I doing? Just drinking my little life away at the bar.
Oh, Amy,
she lit.
Amy was
good for you.
Amy was had wristbands on the property, all inclusive.
Oh, Amy got lit. For real.
To the point that when we were going back through customs on the way back.
They could have arrested you, probably.
No, I threw up.
Oh.
Going through security. Like, instantly.
I've been a victim of throwing up at Cancun as well.
I've been a victim.
Yes. Oh, yeah. We were together. Oh, yeah. You saw me throw up over the boardwalk.
And I was over the toilet and you took a picture of me. Like, what?
The little security guard was like...
Amy was like, is there a trash can? I was like, yeah, girl, I'm sure. She's like, no, I need a trash can. I was like, oh, we got to find a trash can now. Literally, I was getting all our stuff and she's over in the corner just throwing up.
And she wants food. She wants Popeyes. I'm just in here just like...
Very Jasmine
I just need to get on the plane.
In the midst of all the things going on.
Like,
she's like, I want Popeyes.
Yes.
I'm like, I just need some salty crackers.
Yeah.
And we tried to get a Sprite, but Popeye's Sprite is like sweet and gross. And so that didn't help.
Yeah, maybe it's like Sierra Mist or something.
Maybe.
It's different.
Gross.
It wasn't it.
It's not a McDonald's crisp Sprite at all.
Kind of burns your chest.
Yes.
But everything about the actual experience outside of the travel pieces, like beautiful resort, beautiful spa, like will not.
And we got the best pictures.
Yeah, we won't take away.
We're gonna definitely insert some of those.
Oh yes,
because baby, serving.
Amy was eating.
Yeah, you would have never known she went through the loss of so many things along the way.
It was tragic. It was giving ghetto.
Yeah.
We went to the best phone party I think I have ever been to.
That sounds fun.
That phone party was the highlight. Of the trip.
We ate at one breakfast spot every day.
Oh, it was so cute, and we drank 10 mimosas every morning.
Yeah, it was great.
It was great.
I love a mimosa.
Everything getting there was terrible. So
we'll have to try to redo a trip somewhere, even if it's not out of the country.
Let's just merge y'all's Cancun experience and ditch everything about the negative parts.
Maybe we should go in the States somewhere. Yeah. Like maybe we should fly somewhere in the States or drive. We'll drive for Amy's sake.
No. What I've learned from this trip though is
no.
If it's over 4 hours,
baby.
No. I know, and I saw this on one of the Real Housewives because one of their bags got lost. Is like really packing 1 to 2 outfits in your carry-on. Mm-hmm. Because you just never know if things are like I'm not the type of person, so like that I will for now and forever have travel stuff, at least 2 outfits, something to sleep in, something to make sure I clean all my lady parts, and not get stranded for 20.
Well, I guess that's my travel tips. I always any of my expensive things they stay with me, like my bags, my belts, any of my big like name brand stuff stays in a backpack with me. I don't ever put that in a bag that I check ever. Just because, like, people are shady.
They are.
And you come back with your stuff zip tied and taped up and your stuff's missing.
That, like, I was not expecting a zip tie bag.
Yeah, that was
wild.
Random. That's wild.
I
would have felt very violated.
Yeah, I was like, it's already closed, so why are we zip tying?
Yeah.
Like, this is not cheap luggage.
Yeah.
If it made it from one country to the next, why are you zip tying it?
And I usually always try to pack one bag. Like I guess we just used to try to condense as much as possible because we don't want to carry because we travel so much. Mm-hmm. But...
Well, mine was just last minute packing. And I really only packed enough clothes for the day. So when she didn't have anything, I was like, I think I got some shorts. I think I got some extra shorts. Like, I really didn't pack much. Like, I was...
But then everything she packed was like perfect.
Yeah.
I wish I could just wake up one day and be like, you know what? Right. She was like, I just threw it in there.
I was like, I don't even know what's in here. Like,
but I love that you said you use packing cubes because I did too. And people kind of look at me like, girl.
It just makes me because I like to separate my dirty clothes from my clean clothes. Like I don't like everything just like.
I like to put all of my sporty stuff, dresses, I try to separate them all in the packing cubes, and then I have one separate bag for all my dirty stuff.
And then you know what's funny went through your stuff because it's not packed the way that you packed it.
Yeah. And we all fold a specific way, I'm sure. So you know.
But Mom, I've always rolled my clothes.
Yeah, you're a roller. Roll up. You are definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I hope the future holds more travel experiences like Jasmine, where everything just goes legitimately fun.
Well, it's not that it goes amazing. There was nothing that like popped out. I was like, oh my gosh, this trip. Because even I was on the trip with you and we were in that taxi and, we missed the shuttle or whatever. Like those things happen, but it wasn't anything that like just stuck out to me. But
well, you don't like have meltdowns. Like probably Amy and I do. Like, I'll just go into like, oh, woe is me mode. And you're like, it's fine, we can problem solve. And I don't want to problem solve, especially on vacation. Like, why is this not the way I need it and want it to be in this moment?
It's hard for me to melt down around other people. If I were by myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's just I do it. Different things, like something that y'all probably wouldn't care about, I probably would melt down about.
Yeah.
And I guess vice versa. Like me, I'm just like, let's just figure it out, and y'all melt down. But it's probably something that
I've been like internally bleeding, literally.
I was internally bleeding when the lady said, we don't have a claim for your bag. And I was like...
Oh, you would have seen me on the news, just body line at the airport, like sketched.
No, thank you. Like, I have no clothes.
Especially in another country.
And your birthday.
And your birthday. Yeah.
And then they were telling us, like, we almost went on a shopping spree because they was since you don't have your bag, whatever you buy, you'll be reimbursed. And we're about to go crazy, but let me tell you, we went to the resort shop, and it's one thing to like.
I love the rain. It's raining. for the stories, like dun dun dun.
Because that's how we felt.
Literally, you're right, Lauren. We hear you.
But it's one thing to like walk in there and like pick up items. But there was like this one swimsuit. Amy walked in. I mean, it was.
Did you get it?
No, it was fire. It was like a $500 swimsuit.
So
no, but it was like one of those things. Like, okay, we're gonna go in here and splurge, but we still got to spend our money first.
Yeah, and then
get
also
reimbursed.
United was already with the.
Ish. So we were like,
So
are they going to reimburse her for a $500 swimsuit?
United, you count your days too.
They should count their days.
Y'all sitting with American Airlines.
So when I tell you, we walked in there, I was like, Amy, that's it. That swimsuit will look
I would have bought it.
Fire.
And then $500, and I was like,
but I was just like, and I'm also like, I know it's somebody else's dime, but I wouldn't even spend close to $500 on a swimsuit.
No.
Like, even if I had it, like, no part of me, and I'm the person that will splurge. Holy crap.
If you need us to spend $500 on a swimsuit, we will. My bad, Jesus.
Oh my God.
Did you see the lightning? I felt that in my neck.
We all jumped.
If the lights would have flickered, listen, this just makes the story so much better of our travel woes. Like, yeah.
Tragedy.
Listen, that's how it was.
Experiences.
At least it didn't rain.
Yeah.
It didn't. It didn't rain a single time we were there. Did it
Actually,
rain when y'all went?
I love, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
girl.
Listen,
I'm literally by myself, frolicking, dancing in the rain.
First of all, I knew I should have got braids. And Amber is like out there. It starts. We're waiting on our food because we're starving, and we had Johnny and Chris with us, and we're waiting on our food. We ordered this food, and we're waiting on it, and it starts to sprinkle a little bit, which is fine. Like my leave out can handle a little sprinkle, a little razzle dazzle. Like, that's fine. But then the freaking bottom fell out of the sky, and I'm like, I need an umbrella. I'm like, I need a hat. I need something. I need shelter. I need cover. I had the towel over me, and then the food. They bring the food out, right? So all of our food is like in paper products, so it's all getting wet and like sticking to each other. Hot dog buns are like. We were so hungry though. We were smashing. And as I'm eating in my shelter, Amber is like, Amber's frolicking. I know I got a video. This girl is frolicking.
I think I was singing to myself.
And I'm trying to eat and stay dry because I was so hungry.
Amber ran dance.
Literally.
Not a care in the world.
Listen, Vacation Amber is a whole different individual. No.
You really
I was already soaked by that point, so I was like,
and I'm thinking about
they always say dancing in the rain is fun.
I'm going to be working hard on my lead out tonight. And that's what I didn't want to do. And I'm like, no, I need shelter, I need cover, and I need to eat as well. But I wasn't going to go back to the room because we were having too much fun.
Yeah, we were. It was a thing. But we were, I was dancing with the workers too.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I know I got that video. And Johnny and Chris are in the video too, and it's just
encouraging it. Nobody stops me from making decisions that I probably shouldn't make. So
never.
It is what it is. They never stop me. It's fine.
Yeah, we need to do like a combo trip for sure and live our best lives in the country, out of the country.
Where do y'all think we should go? Do you think we should go somewhere in the States, or do you think we should go out of the country?
Give us options because we need to go somewhere. The trio.
Yeah.
Just frolic around.
We need to go frolic.
Because when I travel, I don't.
Have a good time.
Right. I plan to have a good time. I don't plan to run into things like that. Like, I will prevent the hell out of it as much as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's maybe start in state.
Okay.
In the States. And then venture out, somewhere.
Let's go to California.
I love California.
I know you go a lot.
I'm going tomorrow.
Exactly.
Let's go to California.
Texas. Texas is fun.
I heard Dallas is really fun.
Dallas is a blast. That's where Blake lives.
We go to Texas. Shaq is in Texas too.
You can see Shaq and Blake. Yes, that'd be so much fun. Yes.
I like either of those options. Of course, California has no humidity, so
that's very true. Yeah,
I love water.
The water's kind of chilly in California.
It is. I don't really like cold water, but it's just pretty. It's an aesthetic.
I honestly, as much as I love being at the ocean and the beach, I really don't like being there. If that makes, like, the sand, I hate sand. Sand is like number one enemy for me, because once you get it in your luggage, your clothes, you're gonna see it for the next 2 or 3 months. It's just in random
see,
spots.
I don't like the cold water, which is why I like Jamaica, because their water is not cold. It's like warm and blue and beautiful. But
are you okay with sand? Does sand bother you? It didn't seem to.
Yeah, I'm okay with sand. I don't really just be frolicking either. Like, I'm gonna find my chair. I'm gonna sit in it. I'm gonna have a towel. I'm gonna have a towel on the bed to wipe my feet. Like,
I'm like, Jazz, come get pictures. Yeah, she'll get all the pictures.
Yeah,
but it does get everywhere.
It does. And
so when we were in Cancun, Amy, the guy came up to her, and she literally had a 45-minute shoot with him.
Nice.
And he was posing her, and she was in the sand. I mean, sand.
Like the Little Mermaid. That's what I said. I want you on a rock, coming up like the Little Mermaid.
There's still sand on my shoes, and I have cleaned them so much.
It doesn't go away.
It doesn't. I used to live by the beach, though, in South Carolina, so I had to just get used to it. But also being by the beach is not fun with hurricanes, so that's not my jam. I want to visit when it's safe and then leave.
I love storms and rain and weather. I love all of that. Well, I don't want it to be either. It's just makes sense.
That is true.
Yeah, we need a trip in the near future. Drop us some options so that we can plan something.
Yeah, I'm down.
Maybe we could plan it for your birthday.
Oh,
yours?
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay, you don't sound like you want to do that, so never mind.
Birthdays are annoying.
So what if we plan it and you just show up?
Maybe.
She won't do
It's
that.
hard for me to let people do things like that for me because I feel like I'm going to be disappointed. Not saying that y'all would disappoint, but it's hard for me to let
She doesn't, like, for her birthday, like, she doesn't, like, no, I know that about her. She doesn't, like,
I hate having expectations for people and then they
don't deliver.
Fail.
Yeah. That is fair.
Understood.
And so I just don't even feel like being mad at nobody or cutting people off. I just don't even deal with it.
Well, we will deliver.
I know you will. It's just hard for me.
You should do a vision board of like the things that you would like, the nice to haves.
I do it though.
That's the problem.
That's
why we just have to make her show up.
Yeah,
I like that idea.
Like I've never planned a birthday. I don't think I've ever had like an adult birthday party. But like in college, like our homecoming was always around my birthday.
So there's always Amber's birthday.
And all my friends were in the fraternities and sororities, so I'm getting in the parties for free and, shout out it's Amber's birthday, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. I guess I've never wanted to plan or have a birthday. Like I know you go all out for your birthday. She's got photo shoots and, people flying in to do her makeup. And shut up. She does.
Wow.
And balloons.
Said photo shoots. You took my pictures.
You're right. I was there. I was part of it. I nailed it. I'm an enabler.
Wait a minute. I'm talking about my balloon numbers. Baby, you took those pictures. You took that video.
You're right.
So don't say photo shoots like I'm in somebody's studio.
It's my studio.
She did get you on that one.
Yeah, I'm an enabler.
Exactly. You're part of the problem.
I am.
Let's be clear.
I am. So I just let Jasmine have that shine in that moment, and I don't ever do anything.
It's okay. We got time. We got to October. We got some time.
Yeah. Yay me, happy birthday.
I know all your information, so I could book whatever.
Better.
I got all her info.
Right.
That's what happens with lifelong friends. You just ask.
We just have to give her the dates to block off because she'll surprise us.
You say, I know, she'll be booked and busy out the country for real. And we're sitting there like,
Amber, we had all of this planned.
And she did it on purpose, probably too.
Probably.
She'd be like, oh, y'all, I'm in Jamaica.
Like for birthday, though, I celebrate my birthday the entire month.
Yeah.
So, like, if I want to eat something, do something, go somewhere, buy something, I'm doing it.
Maybe I'll do that
in the
month
of October.
I've never done that.
Just do, like, I start October 1st.
She does.
Eating good, and, like, a lot of my good friends' birthdays are in October, too. And, like, my favorite first cousin, or no shade on my other cousins, but my favorite cousin's birthday is one day. We're separated by one day. Mm-hmm. And so, it's just, October's just good vibes, and it's pretty outside. The leaves are changing. Like, we
just have to make sure it's not Lexi's wedding weekend because I'm going to be there and Amber surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not.
So it won't be that day.
Chris Brown's in town.
Oh, yeah, you're going to that.
Yeah.
Oh, Amy's going to that.
Yeah, a blast.
I might come to Memphis. We'll see. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on. Who knows?
So we'll just give her dates to block off because she's already has half of her October planned.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah. Well, probably on purpose.
My life is planned until January.
26?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's bad.
I'll be sure to ask to get penciled in.
No, it's just cheerleading.
No, you just pencil yourself in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get a copy of your actual calendar.
Right. We need to be in your shared calendar.
You need to share your calendar.
You have a key to my house, you come see my calendar in my office. You will know every month.
Send us a picture. Yes. We're going to be like, okay, she's here today.
That's what happens, ladies. If you are single with no kids and no husband, you just go and do. So that's just where I am in life.
I probably do. I mean, I know I just got a husband, but I still go and do.
You're going to be home.
No, I won't.
It's going to change.
No.
Especially when you decide.
I mean, be outside.
She be outside with her husband, though.
Not all the time. No. I'd be like, why? Not in the kind
of you go do your thing.
You see that, Mario?
Like,
Mario is tired of being. We almost went the whole episode without seeing his.
Sorry, Mario. He catches straight every single episode.
You don't do the same. If you like, go have fun with your girls. Like, no, like, separate but equal.
Yeah.
I do that. I tell Jerry to go all the time because he's always with Mario.
Well, I know you want to start having kids, and you want to start having kids. I'm assuming like you're both in that.
And I'm still gonna be outside.
And I'm still
gonna be outside.
Y'all
say that.
Do you not know who my mom is? I'm not even gonna have my baby.
That's very true.
I am not even going to have my child.
That is true.
Because my mother.
That is true.
Where is Journey at all the time?
That is very
my
true.
My sister still get to live her life.
Right, because I ran into your sister randomly at Barley one night.
I think we are now in the day and age where we can build the life that we want as long as we have good support systems, flexibility. Planning, I think, is always key. So
I guess I just hear my sisters talking about like how hard it is having a kid and being able to have like your own time. And I guess that's why a lot of moms lose themselves or feel like they're losing themselves because you have to give your energy to your child, whatever.
And I'm sure that will be a phase.
Yeah.
I'm sure whenever.
So you don't think it'll be a thing? You think it'll be just
I think it'll be something that everybody has to go through. Like, I feel like no one doesn't have a moment of losing themselves when they have a child. Mm-hmm. But it's just if you stay in it. And I have no intentions. I wanna feel like a mom, but I also want to feel like I still have my identity myself.
Gotcha. That's good.
Yeah. Even having a bonus daughter, I mean, where there's shifts that definitely need to be made, absolutely. Mm-hmm. In terms of making sure that she has what she needs, she's very active in sports and school and everything like that. So yes, there is definitely a shift, and I don't doubt, for those who have little ones and all of that, or multiple children, that it can be challenging. And I think a support system plays a huge role in that. Like, definitely could say I'm blessed to have a really large family, both locally and out of state and everything. But I don't doubt that there are demands that everyone can't juggle with ease. It probably makes it difficult, but I will be outside. Yeah.
Well, I guess my mom did it. She was a single mom and she still had her life. But sometimes, we was on the ride sometimes while she was making some decisions. She had her life, so I guess that makes sense. I don't feel like she lost herself. She was always fun.
I also don't feel like we are the type of people that can slow down anyways.
Yeah.
So it's like, we can't just sit at home and twiddle our thumbs.
See, that's what I want to do.
I've been
telling Jasmine for the last week. I don't want to work. I'm done working. I'm over it.
I think it'll feel good for like a month, and then you'll be like, I got to do something.
I think it'll feel good for at least a year.
Yeah. No, well, I'm not. I don't want to be at home barefoot and pregnant.
I just want to be at home barefoot.
I'm done.
Ordering DoorDash, whatever I want every day.
Just be home barefoot. Okay. I'm done. Anywho. Well, we need suggestions on where we need to travel.
Mm-hmm.
Before these two get knocked up.
We can be traveling and knocked up.
Okay. All right.
We'll see, guys.
We're going to come back to this episode 9, and we'll see how we're working in the next 2 years. I'm going to give it 2 years max.
And for that, challenge accepted.
All right. Well, I guess 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm just trying to get pregnant at this point.
It'll come. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Bye. Toodles, y'all.